Would you believe if I told you that my whole backdrop is AI generated, meaning fake? Stay tuned, I'm gonna show you how to do it in very simple steps. So the first step is gonna be to shoot your video. You'll shoot your video with a plain setup or a plain backdrop, or whichever one you have really, because you're gonna take it off anyway. But if it's plain, it's easier and faster to work with. So there are two options of apps that you can use to remove your background or create a professional YouTube backdrop, or maybe something that is gonna elevate your video to, you know, just give it some zhuzh. So you can use Canva to create the backdrops or the backgrounds, and then you can use Adobe Firefly as well to do the same. I am going to be showing you how to use Canva in this video. You're just going to have to work with whichever one you select. For Adobe Firefly, I notice you can do cuts on your video and then just add the elements in the background or in the backdrop, and then from there you're able to just maintain whatever you already have, if it's a white wall or blue wall or whichever one you want. But then the Canva ones I've seen so far, you would have to replace the entire backdrop and have to use a different one altogether. So I've noticed the Canva ones are a little more to the glam side, but then it depends on the mood and the style that you select when you key in your prompt. Here I'll be showing you how to do that. But first, please ensure you shoot your video in the widest range possible. Have it, if possible, from your waist up, and then leave some room above your head. Secondly, don't move around much as I am, because you'll notice that there are some issues that might come up in the background as you see I add it here. Okay. Lastly, once you've shot your video, edit your video, ensure you have everything removed and you have your final video in terms of the content that you want to be included in the video, and then replace the backdrop, because once you've replaced the background or the backdrop, it's gonna be a lot harder to have to redo the entire video. Try to have your video recorded on a tripod or a steady and stable place to ensure it's a lot easier to, cut and replace and balance things out. Okay, so this is how I created my backdrop. See here, I'm logged into Canva. I'm just putting in my prompt and choosing my style. It's under images, generate your own. Then I just keyed in the prompt. As you can see there, white wall, shelf, floor lamp, green plant. I didn't like it much, so I kept searching. You have to keep trying and changing your prompts until you like whatever it is that you see. That's what I kept doing over and over again, and just playing around with the words until it brought up something that I would enjoy. You'll notice afterwards I select the image that I want and then zoom. You can always do generate again and again and again also until you find it. Then once I found the one that I wanted, something more simple and chic, zoomed in to have an entire image of it, or page of it. And then that's what I exported to use as my backdrop. So yeah, save as image, and then that's it. And so then you go to CapCut, import the image or the backdrop, then make a cutout with the video as the overlay and adjust and export. Then you're good to go. So when it comes to the bonus, this is Adobe Firefly. You'll take a screenshot of the best part of your frame or your video, one of the frames. Just take a screenshot and crop it. And then here you're going to go to generate AI and then add image. And then from there, you'll be able to just erase the parts that you don't want. And then here you see I'm adding a prompt. Just just follow the tutorial. And then I added the floor lamp, green plant. I was playing around with the different varieties here to be able to see what works or what's more appealing to me. I realized up there that I did not take off the whole switch, so be careful when doing that because it really gave me trouble thereafter. As you can see, there's still something on the wall over there where the switch was, but I was fairly happy with them, so I'm just showing you the examples, doing and redoing, and I will show you again as another bonus on InShot how to I guess I'd say use this if you don't want to use CapCut or if you're not using CapCut, because I realized CapCut is already charging for a few things, and yeah, I think it's due to the hype. So here I was just adjusting and just trying and to see, what options do I have. I was still not settled on what backgrounds I was gonna use, and also just doing my practice over and over to see which options. That's the other thing. While you learn these things, you need to do quite a bit of practice and try different things that will work for you. In all this, I ended up actually noticing that you can also use InShot, and it also has a cutout option, and it's also free. So you'll just see moving forward once I have my images downloaded. Sorry, I was doing the most over here. I was just trying to show and capture, every bit of the process and the step-by-step bit of things. So yeah, just follow. Trying to generate more and more and more. I tried that, and it's a free one, so I did run out of credits. And yeah, in case you want to save some, just maybe do a very specific prompt, and then yeah, then afterwards you're gonna save the ones that you like. It's just gonna save to your photos, and then it's gonna go to your camera roll, right? So that's what I did. Here it was just asking me to keep the edits, instead of going back and losing them, which I like that it prompts you every time. It's a very easy website to use, right? So yeah, I kept going, got to a point where I managed to erase the switch, or the part of the switch that I was kind of missing when I was erasing. This, you'll notice, is also why I was advising in the beginning that you need to take your video at a very wide range, or as wide as possible, just so that you kind of have room to do all these things and still be able to be, free in your video, and have it look real, and you can play around and adjust and crop and all of that good stuff. So more prompts. I wanted something different, something pink. So something maybe a bit Pinteresty. So here are the options that I got. So then you'll proceed to go to InShot. And then on InShot, you're gonna add your images that you've selected, or that that have the right background or backdrop. And then this is where the trick comes in. So you're going to add your video on top of that as a pip. So you'll see, and then I will add it and then crop it, and then just try to fit. So I did move from different locations of my room, just to try and get better lighting, and so I realized I didn't make a backdrop for the previous one, and yeah, so I just picked a different one, picked a different video as my pick. And Adobe Firefly comes with a watermark, and that's what I'm removing there. So doodle over mine and then add the subscribe button, but then you can always do whichever you prefer. You can add a sticker, an image, or something else. I hope you enjoy. Bye bye. Subscribe.